Today on our mobility tools, we are going to take a look at our wrist flexibility. Usually when we talk about wrist flexibility, we talk about the extension, so we could do push-ups, handstands, front squats. But today we're going to look at the flexion of the wrist. In doing so, we're going to take a look at the back of our forearm, which actually holds all of our wrist extensors. These are going to be the muscles responsible for pulling us into extension, but we do so much work in extension that these tend to get tight and shorten up, which inhibits us from actually flexing forward. So we're going to take a look at these muscles today. We have two different techniques here to help stretch those out. The first is going to be a smashing technique, and it takes a little bit of a setup. You're going to need a barbell or a kettlebell and a box. And if you guys don't have a barbell or kettlebell, that's fine. You could do this with a lacrosse ball as well. I just like using a barbell because it adds a little bit of weight, and I don't have to worry about pushing down and adding pressure while I'm trying to extend and flex. The bar will do it for me. We're going to set our weighted object on top of a box, and then when we set up, we're actually going to put our forearm on the box as well with the wrist at the edge. So I'll lift my barbell up, place my forearm on the box, wrist at the edge. I'm going to start with my fingers up and then just place the barbell in my elbow crease. Now I'm going to let the barbell roll forward along my forearm, and as I do so, I'm going to pull my wrist down into flexion. And that's going to lengthen all those muscles as I roll over the top of my extensors. So you guys can work on that until you start to feel a loosening up of the extensors. The other one we're going to look at is a stretch. Now normally when we stretch out our wrists, we place our palms on the floor and we work on extension this way. Well, we're going to do just the opposite. We're going to place the back of the hand on the floor, try to get the hand flat, and we can sit here and let it stretch out all these muscles. And if this doesn't make much of a stretch, then we're going to try to sit back onto our heels. And the goal is to be able to sit on your heels with hands flat on the floor. Those are your two tips and tricks today for wrist flexibility. Work on it this week and see how your wrists feel after a week's worth of mobility.